Aloha everybody and welcome to part 2 of 8-Bit Mega Man 8. And now we're going to be taking on Frostman.
He'll make a popsicle of you!
I missed the voice acting. This level is actually significantly shorter from the original Frostman. Again, I don't know if this game is finished or not. I'm pretty sure it is. A lot of people seem to think it's finished. When I got a lot of private messages telling me, "Oh my god, Clement, did you know Mega Man 8-Bit 8? Mega Man 8-Bit 8? 8-Bit Mega Man 8 is finished? Why, you gonna do a playthrough of it? You gonna do a playthrough of it?" I guess it is finished, you know, I'm just gonna have to take your word for it. This might be just, you know, a beta version, it might be finished, I don't know. But generally, Frostman stage, so much shorter. You know how in the original there were actually 2 snowboarding segments? Well, in this game, I think they either cut to the second one, or they've combined them to be one super long one. It doesn't feel that much longer, so it probably is just cutting to the second one, but the entire first part of Frostman stage is completely gone. There is only one snowboarding section in this level. Just like before, you know, those signs pop up to tell you when to jump, jump, slide, slide. They don't actually say jump, jump, or slide, slide. They make their own little 8-bit sound effects, which are all fantastic. But generally, you want to look out for them because they are going to tell you, you know, straight up, hey, you might want to slide coming up. You might want to jump coming up. This doesn't become a big problem until Wily 1's snowboarding section. But generally, what I like to do is I like to hold right as I jump. That way I can get more distance. And sometimes the platforms will be wide enough that just simply jumping won't make it. So I always hang to the left of the screen, and when I see a jump that I'm not really sure about, I'll hold right just to make it, you know? It's a tip I would recommend, but pay attention, hope your reflexes are good, do not die, because this is going to be the lives drainer of Frostman stage, you know? Not the platforming sections, those are fine, you can get through the platforming, no problem, but those parts, no. Gotta watch out. I should also warn you guys that I don't know this game intimately. I just started playing this about a month ago. If there is a hidden Cutman and Woodman boss fights, I don't know about it. If there are any other Easter eggs, I don't know about. You know, don't hold it against me. I just played this thing straight up, like it was, you know, a regular game. I haven't discovered any secret cameos or anything like that. I've just been playing the game normally. But here we are at Frostman. Frostman has a lot going on. He likes to jump. You always want to slide under him because, you know, he might corner you in the wall and then you're going to get hit. And every now and then he'll ground pound and make those ice blocks fall downwards. And they always actually leave that exploding ice explosion where, like, the icicles actually damage you so you can't be in that area too long, you know? Very tough, very tight dodging for those ice chunks. But, you know, Frostman, he didn't make a popsicle of us, and so we got Ice Wave, a projectile that shoots icicles along the ground. I also didn't explain what Grenade Man's ability did, but it shoots an explosion. Again, if you're familiar with my Mega Man playthroughs, I don't tend to show off the powers all that much. I'm very comfortable with the I'm very comfortable with the Mega Buster. I know, I should probably show the powers off more, but when I play Mega Man games, I just like using the Buster. I always find these other powers get in the way. I don't want to use Frost Wave for Tengu Man stage. I don't find the Grenade Man bomb weapon useful here, you know? I'd rather have the Buster, I'd rather have the Charge Shot, the infinite pellets, you know? It just feels that much more natural for me to fight enemies that way. I mean, I haven't seen too many complaints like that, but generally it's like, why don't you show off the powers you get? I don't know. This part, I don't want to say it's harder, but it is kind of more tighter, I guess. It always felt easier to navigate those spike balls in the original game. That's really all I got. If you fall, you have to go all the way back down. Those spikes are not instant kill. Generally, in most Mega Man games, spikes are instant kill, but not so with this one. Another fun detail about Tengu Man stage that I didn't actually show off during this playthrough is that, for those unfamiliar, Mega Man 8 came out on the Saturn and the PlayStation, and the Saturn was different from the PlayStation version in that it had 2 extra boss fights, Woodman and Cutman. There was actually a gallery and stuff you could unlock, and Tengu Man's stage theme was completely different. And I don't even know why it was, you know? It seems like these orchestral MIDI synth music, you know, there's no licensing for that. If it's made for Mega Man 8, then it's made for Mega Man 8. Why would one version of Mega Man 8 have a different song from the other version of Mega Man 8? I don't know, it's very Sonic CD like that, except it's only Tengu Man stage. If you played the Saturn version of Mega Man 8, you know, Clown Man's stage sounds exactly like the PlayStation version of Clown Man's stage. So why is Tengu Man's different? I don't know. But you're hearing the PlayStation version song of Tengu Man's theme as we go through this level. And if I died in Tengu Man's stage, when I respawned, it would actually be the Saturn 8-bit version, the 8-bit version of the Saturn music. So even if you like the Saturn version of Tengu Man's theme, it's in this game. You just have to die to hear it. But nice little attention to detail, you know, because they're remaking this game. They have, like, every version of every song in the game. Like, even the opening prologue had, like, the American and Japanese opening themes for the opening crawl. So whoever made this definitely knew about the song differences from Saturn to PlayStation, from North America to Japanese, and it's just a very well-crafted product, and whoever made this is fucking awesome. And they are awesome people. And speaking of fan-made games, if I'm uploading this on a Tuesday, that means that it's December 17th, and that also means that Capcom has a new Mega Man game out right now, for free! Yeah, for free! I don't know if you've seen any ads for it at all, but if you've been following my Twitter or Capcom at all, yeah, there's a Mega Man Cross Street Fighter game free for download that just came out today, and I'm going to be downloading that myself. But, you know, just figured I'd worth mentioning it. Figured I'd mention it so that you guys would stop asking whether I knew about it. Come on. Look who you're talking to. Look who you're talking to. It's like when people, like, go, hey, did you know that Sonic Racing Transformed was announced? Come on! I'm the Sonic guy, I'm the Mega Man guy. Don't you think I know these things? I knew that they had box art Mega Man in Tekken Cross Street Fighter, or was it Street Fighter Cross Tekken? Either way, I know these things, kids. Anywho, one thing I actually missed about the original Mega Man 8, which no other Mega Man game did, was that they had 2 separate buttons when you had a power equipped. One to shoot the power itself, and another to go back to your Mega Buster. Like, originally you'd use square to shoot your Mega Buster, right? And then you go into, let's say, Frost Wave, and then all of a sudden now Frost Wave is square, but if you push triangle, you can shoot your Mega Buster. And I don't know if the D-Make allowed you to do that, but I never figured out how to do it, if it, you know, allowed. So I don't use my Mega Buster in special power mode, and that makes the boss fights a little bit harder, just a little bit. But yeah, this is the shop, ladies and gentlemen. You can buy all kinds of upgrades, energy equalizers, an exit stage to leave stages, free men's, energy tanks, an ability to make the charge up for your Mega Buster faster, the ability to not fly back when you get hit, you know, stuff like that. Not as many upgrades as there were in the original Mega Man 8, but just some of the good ones, you know. You can actually upgrade your Mega Buster to shoot 5 shots, not just 1. But those things are only one use, I should mention that right now. Whereas the original Mega Man 8 was all about collecting bolts and using them forever. Like, the bolts you used are the ones that you've used forever. This one is all about, you know, every enemy drops bolts, and you would seem overpowered if you could equip everything. So it's a one-use kind of thing, where, like, if you buy the thing that makes your Mega Buster charge up faster, whatever level you use it on, it will do that. But when you go into a new level, you will not have that ability anymore. So now you actually have to choose wisely when you want to use the upgrades. I never actually tested it out on the Wily Castle. I don't know if you use an ability on Wily 1 if it stays all the way through to Wily 4. I kinda doubt it. If it's anything like Mega Man 9 or 10, where I would use, like, that damage reduction ability on Wily 1, and then it takes me to Wily 2, and all of a sudden my damage reduction is completely gone. So if it's anything like Mega Man 9 and 10, probably not. And you can tell this game sort of got some inspiration from Mega Man 10. This game, the finished version I'm playing right now was apparently made in 2012, this year. And you'll notice when you switch powers, an icon actually shows up above Mega Man's head. And that only happened in Mega Man 10. When you were in Mega Man 7, 8, an icon didn't appear above his head. So, you know, I'd like to think that the person who made this was inspired by Mega Man 10. Because not only that, but also when we see Bass later in Wily's Castle, a lot of the sprites look like they were taken exactly from Mega Man 10, when he's, you know, in the treble adapter pose and stuff, but I digress. With this boss, it's pretty simple. He occasionally dips out. You want to be on the opposite side. He'll always dip out at Mega Man's level, and when you dip out, boom, Mega Buster, dodge out of the way, blah blah blah. It's really simple. I know I'm not talking enough about the gameplay mechanics, but there's a lot to cover. One thing about the original Mega Man 8, they gave Mega Man the ability to swim. And in the remake, he can't swim. That's why I haven't been attempting to swim. You can mash the jump button all you want, you can mash the shoot button all you want, you're just going to be jumping through the water and not swimming. So, you know, I think they changed the level design a little bit to match that. Like, for example, in Mega Man 8, there is a situation where Mega Man can only swim through this area because there's spikes on the top and there's spikes on the bottom, and you gotta kind of carefully swim where you're going. They changed that. Now there's blocks that Mega Man can land on, so it's more of a jumping puzzle than it is a swimming puzzle. So, you know, various level design changes like that. A lot of the big blue bolts from Mega Man 8 have been replaced by whether it's big gray bolts to spend at the shop or weapon energy. Generally, because there are no blue bolts, you know, they've been replaced by minor abilities in this game, the D-Make. But it's all good, kiddies, it's all good. I'm not sure if the ball spikes kill you in one hit. If they're like Tengu Man's, they won't. I've never been hit by them, but, you know, you got the spikes at the bottom, which do kill you in one hit, and then you got those ball spikes. And I assume the ball spikes don't kill you in one hit. I could be wrong. Don't hold me to that. I am not an expert. I mean, I'm a kick-ass expert at Mega Man games, and that's why I'm kicking so much ass here. As I said, having taken a shot from Cucumber Joe, or whatever the fuck his name is. But, you know, I'm still a master. And you should be privileged. Privileged, I say, to watch me. I'm kidding. Anywho, here's Aquaman. DC, don't sue. But Aquaman, he is usually weak to the missiles that Astro Man has. No, that's Astro Crush, not missiles. He shoots meteors onto Aquaman. I don't know, I was thinking of Search Man. But I digress. These bosses operate on their own weakness logic, and generally in Mega Man 8, I always go for Astro Man next instead of Aquaman because Grenade Man's bombs actually do a good job shaving off his health. But, you know, in the D-Make, that doesn't actually seem to be a good tactic for me anymore. So instead, I like to take on Aquaman next, and just take him on with the good old Mega Buster. He's really fun to fight, you know, you just gotta know that when he ground pounds, a wave will appear directly below you, so you want to keep moving. And where the wave splashes, it might splash where the wave came up, or it might splash outwards, in which case you want to slide to where the wave came from. And, you know, when he shoots puddles of water at you, you want to keep moving, because it's always aiming for you. And yeah. We got Water Balloon. And I need a glass of water. My throat is dying. See you in part 3.